Ages ago, I had this little mini series that I done about all of the wedding disasters I saw when I was a makeup artist. I think we need to bring the mini series back because some of the stories that I've been sent, shocking. I found this one on the off, so God knows what's lurking in my inbox. This particular story is about a lady called Kelly. She got married last year, and since the wedding, she has not spoken to her best friend, Leanne. If you're married and you have one sister and you didn't pick your sister as Maid of Honour, come forward in the comments. I don't know how that works. I've got a lot of sisters. If I could, I would have chosen a sister. Because I have more than one, I couldn't. She chooses Leanne, and straight off the bat, Leanne's reaction is just not what she would have expected. She spends a lot of money on these little boxes. It wasn't just like your regular schmegular Clinton's card, will you be my bridesmaid? She went the whole 9 yards. Later that night, Leanne sends her a text and says, I'm a little bit worried about being the Maid of Honour. I feel very stressed at the moment with work and I don't want to let you down. Maybe it was like anxiety, if you're a bit of a perfectionist. Kelly calms her down. Don't worry, you're going to be fantastic. Just the fact that you're going to be there is good enough for me. A few months pass and the girls are getting ready for the hen and they have a group chat. Leanne is noticeably absent. Kelly's sister is constantly asking for ideas, asking for budgets. Kelly's sister messages her outside of the group chat just to double check everything's okay. Leanne says everything's okay, but she's worried about money. Leanne also has a young daughter, Millie, who is 3 years old. She's also worried about leaving Millie, which I totally get. Her sister takes that on board and she says to Leanne, if you really can't come, I'm sure Kelly won't mind. Maybe we can plan something in the UK. Leanne's like, absolutely not, I will be there. I'm just figuring things out in my head. Comes to payment for flights, etc. Kelly's other half is paying for the villa. The girls are more than happy to pay for their own flights, and the flights come to £100. Understanding that Leanne is having a bit of a squeeze financially, Kelly's sister decides that she will pay. At some point, Leanne will pay her back. She wants her sister's best friend there. There's also several other things in the meantime that the girls pay for. A bed at a certain beach club, a deposit for a certain club, like a dinner show type thing. Leanne, again, is noticeably absent from all of the conversations. Silent, not a word. Leanne, are you there? And Kelly's sister is feeling a little bit anxious. She's starting to think that Leanne might not come at all. She's footing the bill for Leanne at this point. She's putting in extra. She's paying twice. She's paying for herself and she's paying for her sister's best friend, aka the Maid of Honour. Do you definitely want to come before I spend anything else? Say now if you don't want to come. Leanne flies off the handle apparently. I'm just stressed. My daughter's been unwell. Not wanting to rock the boat or ruin her sister's hen, Kelly's sister has no choice but to take her answer, which is that she is coming and that she will be paying her back. Continues to pay for different things and everything amounts to a grand total of £700. I was shocked reading that number. To me, I probably wouldn't pay that for someone else's hen. That's just me. I would rather be going on holiday with my child. Surprise, surprise, Leanne pulls out. I literally mean they had a minibus arranging to collect them and she texts them in the group chat, which is one of the first times she speaks in there, and she says, guys, Millie's not well, I will not be able to attend the hen. Do you think the timing's a little bit suspicious, Leanne? Obviously disappointed, but not knowing what's gone on. The bride, the wonderful hen, nobody is any the wiser about what's been going on with dear Leanne. The only person who knows is the sister, and kudos to the sister. It's a heavy cross to bear. Kelly's sister is a university student, so she's put all of this on credit cards, and Leanne knows this. Leanne knows that she's a student, by the way, guys. There's other things that Leanne misses as well that wouldn't have cost her any money, like Kelly going to try on her wedding dress, choosing the girls' bridesmaid dresses, which were all going to be paid for by the bride. Leanne always has some sort of excuse as to why she can't be there or why she has to leave early. Leanne, despite not attending a single one of the meetings where the bridesmaids chose the dresses, Leanne moans constantly about the dress that she is being forced to wear. Leanne has bigger boobs and the other girls are petite with less boobage, shall we say. Leanne just feels exposed in the dress that they've chosen. She makes such a fuss that the bride actually goes out and chooses another dress just for Leanne, which costs her another £300. I'd be fuming. The little sister of the bride is still keeping the drama to herself. They were actually having a destination wedding, very close to the actual wedding. Leanne asks the bride if she can bring her daughter Millie. Everyone has been well aware that despite it being a destination wedding, there will be no children. I have my own thoughts on this. Most people only go on one holiday a year. That to me would be my holiday. My kids are going to come. Doesn't mean they have to be there for the ceremony, but they will be there. So Leanne asks if she can bring her daughter, which causes a bit of friction because the bride's own family are not allowed to bring children and she has nieces and nephews of her own. I can see how that would cause problems. Reluctantly, the bride agrees to allow her Maid of Honour's daughter to come. Their wedding was going to be adults only. She is very specific in her terms though. Rehearsal dinner, which Millie can come to, she's let the restaurant know, and they also have a barbecue the day after the wedding, which again, they've added an extra little person and the venue have been more than accommodating. It has one specific request, and that is that Millie, who is very little, cannot attend the ceremony. Leanne's other half wasn't invited to their wedding, notoriously abusive to Leanne in the past. And her best friend Kelly had come to blows with him quite a lot over his treatment of her best friend. Millie's going to need somebody to look after her. It's now just a given that Leanne's other half, who Kelly doesn't like, is going to be in attendance at her wedding. If that was me, no, he wouldn't be coming into the wedding. You're not coming into my wedding. It's like Sarah with the green couch all over again. The day comes around, everyone arrives at the airport, everyone's really excited. Several people remark how miserable Leanne looks. Her and her partner are bickering. You know those couples that just can't pack it in? I hate those couples. Do you have no manners? It's not Jerry Springer, it's literally a wedding. Can you pack it in? I'm at the hotel, it's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Someone's not happy with their room. Can you guess who it is? I'm sick of saying her name at this point. Leanne's unhappy with her room. She feels that it's not big enough for the three of them. Well, it's not gonna be, is it? Originally, when you booked, it was just supposed to be you. Numero uno. Now you've got three people in a room. It's gonna be slightly small, darling. Put up for your best mate. I cannot bear negative people. During the rehearsal dinner, Leanne is miserable. She doesn't like her food. She doesn't like her drink. This is all paid for. Paid for. The next day, the day of the wedding, Leanne's other half has been out the night before with the lads and he is refusing to get up and look after Millie, which means Millie has to be present in the bridal suite. Surprise, surprise! Leanne's not happy with her hair and her makeup, which has been paid for by the bride. I'm just going to fast forward here because there's so much more detail to this. We'd be here all day. Millie refuses to leave her mum's side, which means Leanne can't walk down the aisle. She takes a seat with the rest of the guests. So essentially, her own Maid of Honour doesn't walk her down the aisle. She is just a guest. And Millie, who very specifically, Leanne was told couldn't be present during the ceremony, is there and is loud and can be heard on all the videos. I think we can all agree that's disrespectful. Straight after the toast in the evening, Leanne goes missing. She is found back at her room, asleep with Millie. So she essentially misses the first dance. She misses the cake cutting. It really shows that she's not that fussed, not bothered. Back to the UK and their friendship is fractured. they're barely speaking. Kelly's sister decides to come clean and just tell her big sister that your mate owes me quite a bit of money. Two of the other bridesmaids come forward and let Kelly know that the entire time Leanne has been slating her and how selfish she's been, how she's not thought about others' financial situation, when meanwhile she's actually not been paying for anything herself anyway. Armed with all this new information which she had no idea about, goes to Leanne and confronts her and says, you need to pay my sister back. It's a lot of money. Can't just be writing this off. And Leanne goes on Instagram, this made my toes curl, and does a poll. Leanne does a poll and asks people if she should have to pay. She lets everybody know the dirty washing. People side with her. They're your friends on Instagram. Like, it's probably your gran and your auntie. They're gonna side with you, babe. Hello, they're gonna side with you. They don't speak again. Plot twist, Leanne and her partner, the abusive one, are actually getting married themselves, and Leanne's hen is going to be in the same place in Mykonos as Kelly's was, which is notoriously expensive. So yeah. But if you have a wedding disaster that you would like me to read for you, I have a link, so just DM me and I'll send it to you.